Here to discuss House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, thanks for coming into the studio. We'll get your response to that in a moment. We just learned moments ago from Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill that the GOP bill to keep the government open may be getting the support of 3 Democrats now in the Senate. So the dam may be breaking, but Schumer's, he's putting his foot down, is he not?
Yeah, he is, and you nailed it there, Laura. Hit the nail right on the head. He's doing that for his own benefit. Remember what happened in March. We had a CR. He had to do the right thing to keep the government
resolution,
open. That's right.
Hill geek.
Yes, that's it. To keep the government open so we could do our jobs, Chuck Schumer went out and said it would be so dangerous to shut the government down, remember? We have him on tape. His entire career he's been saying that. Now he has suddenly shifted gears. Why? He's afraid of AOC. He thinks he's going to get challenged in the next election, so he has to fight Trump, even if it means throwing the American people under the bus. That's exactly what's going on, and I think Senate Democrats understand that. They don't want to be along for the ride.
Well, people should remember that even when the government shuts down, and we remember what happened last time, federal employees do get back pay, so the pay comes back to them. So it's not like people are going to be, have to sell their homes or anything. That's just ridiculous. This New York Times poll that they just released showed that 65% of Americans do not want the Democrats to shut down the government if their demands are not met. Some Republicans are actually surprised by that because they often lose the shutdown wars. What's clicking there that in shutdowns past perhaps didn't with the American people?
Well, because the American people are smart. They could see what's happened. The House Republicans did our job. The Senate Republicans are trying to. We passed a clean resolution, a simple, clean resolution. Why? It's very important. We're trying to get Congress to work again, the regular appropriations process. We're supposed to do 12 separate bills that are carefully debated.
I remember those days.
Remember? Mm-hmm. We haven't done it in a long time, but we're forcing the muscle memory back. The problem is we ran out of clock because it takes time to do that. End of the fiscal year is tonight at midnight. So we just did a simple, clean resolution, give us till November 21 to finish the process. Chuck Schumer is stopping it for raw political purposes. People see through that. And imagine what it is he's arguing. He wants to give free health care to illegal aliens.
But he says that's not true. Democrats say it's expanding Medicaid, getting dollars back from Medicaid, and it leaves some room for unauthorized immigrants. I call them undocumented Democrats, but they're unauthorized immigrants in some cases. And there's discretion to use the monies toward individuals who are not here lawfully.
Wrong. Read his own legislation. He filed a CR as a counterproposal, and it has all the details in it. What they're trying to do is roll back the reforms, the very important, necessary reforms that we included in the big, beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cut. It's had the desired effect. The CBO, which is, the neutral arbiter, supposedly, that the Democrats cite all the time, came out 3 weeks ago and said it worked. It's reducing premiums. Why? Because we got able-bodied young men off of Medicaid. They should have never been there in the first place. And we got illegal aliens off as well. Millions of people removed from the rolls, which makes health care more affordable for everybody. They want to roll that back. Why? Because they want illegal aliens to be voters for their side. That's what this is about.
The 3 who voted for the GOP bill tonight in the Senate, Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada, Fetterman, Pennsylvania, and Angus King of Maine. So is he an independent? I don't know.
He's kind of an independent.
He votes with the Democrats. He votes with the Democrats. So those are the 3. So explain to the American people what happens. Let's say you could win this shutdown war here. What happens after the government's funded until November 21st? What in that interim is going to happen? So we don't end up in the same position again.
Right. It's a very important period of time that will allow the appropriators in both parties,
the spenders of our money,
to do their job. They got 12 separate appropriations bills done through the committee in the House. The Senate's working through them as well. We just need more time to process it through both chambers. So if we have until November 21, we are very optimistic, Laura. We can get Congress to work again. We can do separate appropriations bills instead of that omnibus monster at the end of the year that everybody hates.
The cromnibus, whatever we call it. It's a nightmare, and it's always the nightmare before Christmas. It's always right up until then. Speaker Johnson, you have a very, very, very narrow majority. Mm-hmm. At a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is it that the Republicans build on this very slim majority next year?
We're going to win the midterms. Absolutely. We're going to have a big victory, and I think we can expand that majority so we can keep going. We have to give President Trump 4 years and not 2. Imagine if the Democrats took over the House. They'd impeach him.
They're getting ready for the investigations. They're already ramping it up.
Exactly.
Speaker Johnson, thanks for coming in. Great to see you.
Thanks a lot.